So here we are again. Thanks for stopping by to listen to the barman and that old annoying guy. Do you ever wonder? Do you want to see who are these men of mystery? Tizz lives in Scotland and runs XRP, a broadcasting legend, I'm sure you'll agree. Craig lives in a studio in the USA, working on music most every day. They come together at this time each week, a wondrous pairing of these two great geeks. So stop in the chat box and say hello, and listen in wonder to Craig and Tizz show.
Here we are again.
Thanks for stopping by.
Finally.
It does my heart so good to hear that intro. It's been a while.
It has. It's been too long, but we're here now, and that's the important thing. As long as I pressed all the right buttons.
The part that was funny for me was listening to the intro and watching the guy in the chat box there dance along to it.
Yeah.
It was great. Here we are again. Thanks for this time. Yeah, it was great.
What a start to the show.
Yes.
In fact, there's lots of dances. We got the bottom end of a break dancer up there as well. Everyone's happy.
I know, they were almost in time too.
They obviously had a lot of fun in the bog. Actually, no. Oh, that must have been the bog.
That was the bog. That was Boom's commenting. I have yet to utilize this GIF technology we have now in the chat. I
try not to because it bugs up my phone.
Well, yeah, I imagine it slows down your data stream, I would think.
It's not just that, it eats the battery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It absolutely eats the battery. Okay, YouTube. Sorry, I got distracted. I was trying to make sure everything's working as I usually do in this start part of the show.
Yep.
And YouTube is telling me, I probably shouldn't say this live, but he's saying your account is at greater risk. Sort out your account; it's at risk.
How dare they say that? Our account is fine. As he says, maybe not. Well, we are streaming on there, I would assume.
We definitely are. That's
okay.
Yeah. No, it's just I don't know. So don't hack my account, everybody.
Yeah. It sounds like spam to me. I mean, not the guy. I mean, spam.
It could quite. Oh, it could be the guy. No, it's actually in YouTube telling me.
Oh, really? Yeah. Your account could be at risk. Well, I think you're wrong.
I don't know. I have used the same password for like 84 years on everything.
That's on every site I'm on. I use the same password for every time.
Probably shouldn't be saying this live on the internet.
Your password appeared in a data leak. Okay, whose password hasn't appeared in a data leak? Maybe somebody who hasn't.
The amount of alerts that are on my iPhone password thing for that is unbelievable. Like 849 alerts.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
Not even funny. It's depressing. Shall we? I'm trying to do all the things and I've forgotten. I'm overheating. I don't deal well in the heat. I'm that person that moans.
It's very hot.
It's hot.
It's very hot where Tizz is, you guys. We got to cut him some slack.
It's hot for here where I am.
Well, you're almost like in Europe where they're having the big heat dome.
It's you can tell there's a lot of pressure. And you can tell we're right on the band of it at the top, because obviously we're right up in Scotland. Realistically, that's going across the middle of the UK and into Europe. So like all of it, like it's oppressive. It's great, and then the biggest blast of wind comes out of nowhere.
As long as it's not affecting the cows in the Highlands. I always worry about the Scottish cows up in the Highlands, because I have this vision in my head with rolling green countryside, and there are the cows standing majestically. But you always tell me you're too far south from all that. But I see it.
No, we do see them here and there if we journey a bit. Like it's not just down the road, but if we go down the motorway into Glasgow or Edinburgh, you see quite a lot.
And they're majestic.
I expect they're going to be very hot at the moment.
Hot cows? Well, cows aren't stupid. They all try to find shade.
Yeah, there's not a lot of it.
I guess I always picture Scotland as this nice green leafy place. I guess I'm wrong.
No, it is mostly, to be fair. I was in fact on my way to my potential place of new employment. I was thinking that just exact thing. That even if I have to walk there, and it is walkable, it's just a long walk. I'd never do it back because it's like that back. It's like that there, so that's fine.
Ah, yes. Up. Inclines are horrible, especially the older you get. Inclines are no good. It's not a good thing.
But the walk to work, once I get just round the corner, is a night. You go for a country park and a forest and a little forest trail.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, it's stunning. You go down by a little lake and a waterfall, and oh yeah.
Wow. See, whenever I see videos of Cumbernauld, it's all this kind of like concrete bunker looking thing, like that was built like in World War II, like to withstand the attack. You know, that's what Cumbernauld looks like when I.
The majority of it, the buildings and the center of Cumbernauld is, I mean, it wasn't really meant to last as long as it has. It was a quickly built area to cope with the overspill of Glasgow. And the idea of it was to keep it really compact. That's why, like, the majority of houses are 3-story but single room width houses. And it is a lot of brutalist architecture. But because they've done that and because they've kept the kit so compact, you can pretty much walk. There's 50,000 people here. You can walk from the top to the bottom in about half an hour, and from the side to the side in about an hour. So
wow.
It's hyper compact. Like if I walk outside my front, like very closed in residential estate, lots of very, these 3-story closed in houses. I could probably see just from my window now, I could probably see about 50, 60 houses. So very, very compact. But I walk 10 minutes that way and I'm in a forest.
That's cool. I think someday for the Craig and Tizz show, you should have like a live camera feed outside XRP towers so we can see what's outside the window. I mean, are there seagulls? What's your view?
It's quite nice. I wish I had a separate camera here.
I know, you just take it off and go outside and show us what's happening.
Yeah, it's nice. It's trees and that's the other great thing, because it's been designed to be a residential housing estate. It is that it's pedestrianised. Right. I don't have a road outside the front of my house.
Oh, you don't? I always thought XRP Towers was like on a nice, kind of like Abbey Road,
No, it's like I've just got a green hill outside my house with loads of trees.
Wow.
I feel in fact there probably is a way. How can I do this? I know there's a way.
Well, your webcam is hardwired, correct? So you really can't just pick it up off your monitor and show it out the window.
Yes, however,
you're thinking if you can tie into your Ring cam somehow?
No, I can. Remember ages ago where my camera would just disappear every so often? It's because my computer connected to my phone and wanted to use my phone as a camera. So I was thinking I can just do that, but no.
Oh yeah. Well, it's something. As technology marches on, maybe it's something we can do in future shows.
There is, because I'm eventually going to set it up, but there is an upgradable option to have multiple cameras, and I want it because I want a top-down view of the vinyl player and start playing some of these independent vinyls that I've got. Actually, I have got a massive collection, and my bespoke branded XRP record player.
Right.
that was all set up, and the only reason why I haven't started it yet is because I haven't got round to actually looking at how much the extra camera option is.
It's all about money.
It always is. It always is.
Luckily for us, we are part of a multi-million-dollar complex here. Come on, nothing to it.
I do love how XRP has this like false, accidental false representation, especially somewhat regarding me, because like I can say I have a bridge over in effect a dry moat that goes to my front door. And it gives you different imagery to what is actually there. I live in a 3-story house, but realistically there's one room on each story.
No, I understand how that goes. I mean, I'm the president and CEO of a multinational record company.
Yeah.
Or record label. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, when you say certain things in certain ways, it makes things sound we're the only 100% independent from mainstream corporate radio 24/7 broadcast. But when I say it that way, sometimes I feel like it's like when people go, I have 7 million listeners. And it's like, yes, you've combined that over the past 20 years of your life. And most of them only listen for 20 seconds at a time.
Well, you didn't ask me about that. I mean, yeah, it's bizarre. I know. I think we should be able to like start like making videos. Like you can have like a video like walking around town, and we'll play it on our show. Here's an afternoon with Tizz. And play it on the Tizz show. We could do things like that.
Yeah, we could. I forgot. Of course, there's football on.
Is that what footy means? I'm looking at this going, in my house, when you play footy, that's when like you take your foot and like rub it against your wife's leg of the table. That's playing footy. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got oh fuck, there's loads on. God damn it. And you're American. The worst thing is before, like previous World Cups, right, I'm usually okay because America, like, we don't like football, soccer, fuck that. So we get all the Americans listening, but all of a sudden you've got, for some weird reason, you've all got into football.
Not me, baby. The only real sport there is WWE wrestling. There you go. It's pure. It's not phony. It's not fixed. It's not rigged. It's real athletes risking their lives in drama-filled situations. The real shit. So there you go.
You know what's me and Catherine have actually watched the last 2 Scotland games.
Yeah,
we have. But you know what? See, my biggest problem with especially football, but sports in general, is like, especially in I mean, England and sports is a battleground. No matter where I was brought up in Birmingham, so there's 2 big football teams in Birmingham, Aston Villa and the Blues, and like people beat shit out of each other on the street for wearing the wrong football strip. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, the biggest, Scotland's really big for football, and whenever anyone asks if finds out I'm from Birmingham, they always ask, are you a Blue Nose or a Villa supporter? I'm like, neither, because I didn't want to get into too many fights. But the way football is up here and the way Scotland have been in the World Cup, I mean, they seem to be the most famous country that have gone because of their antics over there and putting traffic cones on heads of stuff. I don't know whether this is because I'm in Scotland, so the news media that I'm getting filtered is Scotland bias. But I haven't heard much about other countries doing much, but like there's all these rumors how good Scotland, drinking the bars out of alcohol and being amazing in Boston and stuff. So it's give me I enjoyed a little bit more having to bear up watching football. But Catherine's got way into it. Yeah, great. Like I didn't realize she'd start. I forgot the game was on last night. And I just heard her in the office because she was still working, going, and I'm like, what's wrong? She goes, Brazil have scored, and I'm like, what? Oh shit! She of her own accord found. I mean, not just put on the telly, but found the live stream sport TV broadcast and decided to watch the majority of the match until it was obvious that Brazil was going to win. And then because I have got into it, I ended up watching the end of it on my phone upstairs in bed.
Well, if she was back home in the States here, she'd be worried about the Bears versus the Packers or something like that. That's football here. You know?
I don't think she was a big sports ball fan.
I'm not at all. I'm a musician.
Yeah, you know? I like a bit of F1 and I like cycling, and that's about it for me.
I do like watching car racing. Car racing is fun.
I love F1, but the problem is I'm of that age where, like, when I was young, I'd watch the full 72 lap F1 race and really enjoy it. Now I turn it on and I watch the first 5 laps and watch the end 5 laps, and there are lots of Z's in between.
Oh, I bet. When I was a kid, I used to watch drag racing all the time. But drag racing was cool. Got funny cars going 300 miles an hour and everything.
Drag racing is the TikTok of motorsports, the Facebook
is.
reels of the motorsports.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get your whole car race in 15 seconds.
That's it.
No,
but a lot can happen in 15 seconds. Huh?
Okay, I was going to say, shall we play a piece of music?
I have a list here of songs that we've been sitting on for the last 3 weeks.
Hopefully, I looked at the exact same list.
We're going to find out. Our first song today, everyone, is called "You Want It, You Got It" by the Michael Lauren All-Stars. A little jazz for you, baby. Did it. This is a pretty distinguished piece of music to start off our show, I think. A little bit too cultured, maybe?
Are we ever?
Not yet.
Oh, fuck off. My A key is messed up, and I'm not happy about it. Right.
You have to have more keyboards, right? I mean, I got some laying around here. I can send you one.
My problem is I'm really, really pissy about my keyboards.
Yeah.
It has to be flat type for a start. I can't deal with clunky keys.
Oh, Lord.
And
you're
just
you're an Apple guy, aren't you?
Yeah, convenience of, like, I've got one touch login and
yeah,
all the fancy stuff on my keyboard.
I still say Apple for me is like talking Japanese. I can do it, but I'm not really good at it. Little electric piano here. See, if you and I started a band, it would probably sound like this.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially if I had a Hammond.
Oh, yeah. And all of a sudden, in the middle, it would turn into a polka. That'd be my influence. My phone keeps telling me Star Fox is out now. Thank you. Like, no shit. I played the demo. I liked the demo. It was fun.
That is one that I want to play. I remember I played a lot of Star Fox on the SNES.
Yeah, this is Star Fox 64 remake, apparently, which was a great game. We haven't gotten around to the topic of the show yet. I find that kind of funny, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a top. Who said that once? Wrecker. There's a topic?
Yep.
Nice ending.
That was clean, wasn't it? It was crisp.
That was nice, man. Psst, on the hi-hat.
Very good. Michael Oren All Stars. If you want it, you got it, and they did have it, and I did like it.
We got it.
There we go. Right, cool. Sorry, I'm trying to make things work. I'm overheated, and my mind is working slower. So I was having the issue with YouTube, but the YouTube thing's sorted now. Yeah, we've got loads of cool stuff to eventually add to XRP. The website's taking up most of my time. I'm fiddling so much with it at the moment, making sure everything working. We found out that PayPal have changed its API, so everything gets delivered in pennies, not pounds now, through our payment gateway. So someone bought a piece of Boom's music for 3p the other day, ironically, instead of £3. So we had to sort that out, but it's they paid the right amount, but when it came into like his bank on XRP, it told him that he'd only made 3p from it, which looked terrible. And then yeah, I've got the camera for the vinyl player, so we're gonna have top-down videos of independent records spinning when we play it, and we're gonna have live vinyl playing during the shows. We've got a camera set up, like I've got a whole live rig set up, so we're gonna do couch game streaming whilst hosting shows. So it's going to be like Diablo and Choons.
That'd be great.
Yeah, thought we'd combine a few things. And for those that Mario Kart and Choons, such as that, and hopefully then bring in people to do some like big, everyone plays games together.
Except Record.
You know what I mean? Except Record, because Record don't play no games.
Record don't play no games.
You can just enjoy the fact that, XRP DJs versus all the artists in the chat box and stuff like that.
That could be pretty funny.
I've got loads. My mind is overheat, stroke, dead, not working. Can't think of words at the moment, but I've got lots of cool ideas regarding that. We could even have fun, place bets, but we place bets with tracks.
That'd be illegal. Oh, with tracks. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. See? So you bet your tracks and the winner gets everyone's tracks.
That's the cool thing about you. You're kind of
a little compilation.
You're the idea man.
Yeah, I've got stupid. This is the problem. Like, I have ideas, and then I get stuff to do the ideas, and then I sit down and realize like the process between idea and execution is way longer. Like, I know there's a way that I can do a dual video feed, so it's optimized for like reels and widescreen.
Right.
Yeah, still I need to put that together. OBS would make our shows awesome because we can have little video graphic. You remember I had that idea of having, like, with the Tangent Alert theme tune, having the little police car with us screaming out.
Yeah, Yeah.
Boom's actually made the police car, but with this, we can't overlay it. So when it goes on, it will completely cut us out, and a little car will drive across the screen with absolutely no sound. And
that wouldn't work.
over a black background, yeah. Whereas I just wanted it to be like a little pop-up animation that pops up in the corner kind of thing. And I know I can do a lot more with OBS, but it's sitting down and just getting around doing it. Gone are the day. See, a lot of stuff like that got done. I'd have a day off and I'd just sit in the studio for 12 hours straight, just not stopping. Get takeout, get it straight here. But yeah, no, OBS is what I will be using eventually. Just this is convenient. It works so seamlessly. This is very intuitive for basic stuff. But it would be nice to have little pop-up animations and stuff like that for this show.
That would be really. It would almost be a little too slick for us, though. You know.
I think it would be, you know, those. I don't like them too much, and I don't know whether you'll have heard the more kind of urban style shows, and they're just hitting sirens and shit in the background, just crazy.
Cacophony.
Yeah. I think that our show would become a better version of that. It'd just be chaotic sounds and animations all over the place, and it'll just be wild and full of a bit of crazy energy.
Well, we probably could use that. I mean, we're sort of energetic, I suppose.
We can be. It depends on the day and time, to be honest. There's going to be more energy coming from me though very soon, because new job, better job, more time off.
I've heard. Oh, by the way, I have an earth-shattering development for everyone. I got a text here from Amazon. My order is 9 stops away.
Oh shit!
It's the Ultraman Trigger episode. So if you guys are Ultraman fans at all, it's on the way. So don't worry.
See,
it's 9 stops away.
I think because this could be an exciting thing for the future, right? If you hadn't have told us, and then the excitement through the show to see if it arrives during the show and you can show us.
Yeah, but Connie wouldn't tell me. She's upstairs. She wouldn't come down and let me know. And your thing is here. You know, actually, back in the old days, if I'm recording, she'll come down and she'll flick the light to the stairwell. That way, I know she needs me because it starts blinking, like the Bat Cave. You know, a Batman.
Yeah.
You know, here's the light. Oh, okay, I'll stop recording now. Can I help you? You know. So there's that.
Why do I suddenly feel like there's this dark side of Craig that's like, if you get interrupted when recording, you turn into the Hulk, and Connie's just in the corner, go, Craig, darling. No. Sorry. Just the way that's like, if that, I remember times where I'd be at home recording an intricate bit of guitar, bit of guitar, and my mom would just burst in my room and go, "Do you want something for dinner?" Fuck!
Yep, I hated that.
I wish I had a flicky light.
Yeah, Bill got something delayed too. See, I had that too. I had one this morning saying Star Fox was going to come till tomorrow, but now they fixed it. I hate when they promise things and they delay it.
That's good. You do realize that over the next kind of 2 weeks specifically, well, maybe less so for you, but because you're used to it, but we're having more vans and lorries break down than ever before because of the heat.
Well, not here. We're used to it.
You say not here because you're used to it, but I don't know whether it's the same over there, but Amazon drivers habitually don't take care of their vans. There ain't going to be a drop of water in their radiator.
I could not tell you how well they're maintained over here in the States. I know I buy things and they show up. Then the problem is they bill me, which is crappy because I got to pay that. But anyway, like I was telling Tizz before the show started, I do have a stack of things if you guys want to see them later on or whatever. I was a bad boy with Prime Days, and I've got a whole bunch of media sitting here, unfortunately. So we'll see.
See, like you say, unfortunately, and I was about to go no, because then you get to watch all this and play all this stuff. But
yes, in theory, I do.
Oh dear.
Oh man. See, now everybody in the chat box now is talking about where their Amazon orders are.
Yeah, I all my Amazon orders have been really boring. Shorts for holiday.
Automatic cat feeder.
Yeah. This is just.
So does that mean every time ALC gets hungry, this thing feeds her?
I mean, you know what? I was thinking, right? I mean, these ones tonight, we tested them out and to make sure they work and how it works and all that, right? But I was thinking, right, for a little morning bedside bit of food because they're refrigerated, right? So just to have, I was trying to think of what you'd have to pop up, like you can have these automatic coffee machines that make your coffee first, but like, what would you have cold in the morning for breakfast or something? And you could just pop
Captain
up
Crunch.
a little. Yeah, you can have your cereal all pre-prepped.
Yep.
There you go. You can have a 5 cereal. First thing on your Monday, make all your cereal every day of the week. You got a bowl.
I have my Captain Crunch every morning, man. That's how I start out. I should be sponsored by them.
There you go. It keeps it chilled.
Yep. I hear that. All right. So, hey, Tizz, is there a topic this week?
There is a topic. Speaking about the hot weather that we weren't talking about then, but we talked about 5 minutes ago. Holidays and changes in your normal routine, mostly. So, like a lot of artists and bands will use the holiday period to go on tour, because it's convenient. They've got time off work, that kind of stuff. But a lot of people find it as like composers, producers, they need to like switch off, get away from it, get some refresh the mind. Craig, in instance, will say he's not going to do any music, and I remember him once telling me that he's going away to a place that's got no internet, no nothing, and I'm going to completely switch off. And then he came back and says, I've got 2 new song ideas. So it's different horses for courses, as they say somewhere.
Where?
I don't know. It's something that my dad used to say all the time, and I understand what it means, but I don't understand why that phrase relates to what it means.
I've never heard that phrase in my life, but
okay. It generally means like different people like different things, and that's okay.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, exactly the same. But I don't know why it's horses for courses. I mean, unless.
Let's think about this. If there was a different kind of course, would it require a certain type of
horse? Yeah, I guess you'd have jumping horses or just sprinters.
Yeah, or you got turf, or you have dirt.
Fuck, you made it make sense now.
Yeah,
I didn't think the Bogman did that.
Makes sense? Of course he does. The man's a legend.
He is a legend. He rarely makes it. Legend in his own. Legend in his own backyard.
A legend in his spare time.
Legend in his own lifetime.
Yep.
But yeah, what do you guys do like when it comes to the holiday period? You know, family holiday or whatever. Are you taking a guitar with you, or is your wife making sure it stays home? Are those usual routines of having that notepad by your bed just in case inspiration strikes? Has that been changed to something else? Do you ensure you've got your iPad with GarageBand on it so you can note down any little modes of inspiration, or is it just a complete switch off? You know, is that the time? I remember going on holiday with my parents when I was younger, and that was the time where we ended up listening to the most mainstream music ever, because long trips in the car, radios on. You know, because way back then, we had a tape cassette player, and my dad had about 100 mixtapes, but we'd overplayed the mixtapes. The mixtapes were overdone, so you end up going back to whatever the local radio station is where you're going on holiday, and hearing a lot of just shit pop music, and then by the end of the holiday, everyone's singing it on the way back home because we now know every single fucking lyric.
Yeah, that's bad when you have to listen to the same stuff over and over and over and over and over in the car.
Yeah. Here's a curveball one. So you have been known to go on a lot of Disney holidays.
Yeah.
Does any creativity go on down there? I mean, I'd expect that it to be an overwhelming amount of inspiration.
It's not at all. When I get down there, I totally switch off music mode. I'm just busy living in the moment, because Disney is a whole enveloping of all your senses. You're not thinking about, oh, when I get back home, I should work on a chorus for this one song. You shut all that off. But it is a nice break just to get away and do something else. Because I think I've told you guys before on the show here that since my retirement, pretty much coming down to the studio here and working is pretty much my job now. I pretty much come down here, I clock in, and some days I get inspiration and some days I don't. I come down and I take a stab at something, and if it doesn't work, I go upstairs and game for a while or watch TV or read a book or do something different, But yeah, I mean, I'm on a big spurt right now. I'm working on a brand new album called The Four Bridges, and that's going really well. And I've got a lot of creative stuff happening. So right now things are looking well. We're on an upswing here in Icebox Studios. So
that's good.
Anyway,
but say so you're in the middle of this, yeah.
Mhm.
Say you had, for instance, or maybe you have pre-booked a getaway with Connie, but you're in the
Yes.
middle of this creative flow. Has that ever happened?
No, thankfully I have not. Thank God, because that would be rough, But I was gonna say I had to tell this story because Connie would. I'd be amiss because she always reminds me of this story. We did a holiday in Florida. We went to Disney. We were Disney pass holders for a year, which means you can come and go as often as you please. And we had rented a home down there for a month for February when it was cooler down there. And I decided in my wisdom to take a guitar along with me because I figured for a whole month I'll be away from the studio. Maybe I'll get some ideas. I want to keep my fingers limber because I'm, doing something else for 4 weeks. I brought this little guitar with me, one of my Taylors. I think I touched the damn thing twice in 4 months, to which Connie reminds me all the time. We had to drag a guitar down there with us because every time you could leave the guitar in the car because it's worth a lot of money. So we have to watch where it is. And so probably not a really good, take it down there. It was not a good idea, but I thought it was going to be great and it wasn't.
I would say the majority of instruments are shit to take on holiday. I remember always wanting, like, going camping with the lads, and I'd be the one that bought the guitar, and I always regretted it every single time for those few brief moments that it gets bashed out. And they are good moments, but they're very brief. And then the rest of your life, you're hauling around a fucking guitar on your back. But just waiting for that moment. It's ironic. There's a Bob's Burgers episode where he decides to take up banjo and he literally walks around with the banjo until he has the banjo moment.
I like that, the banjo moment,
which is right at the end of the episode, and all the way through the episode, he's like, is this the banjo moment? And no, is this the banjo moment?
I was just looking at the chat here. I can really relate to Kind Machine. He's talking about that's what he does too. He's retired, hangs out in his studio, but right now he's been stuck on the same bloody song for weeks. I get this because there's a song right now I'm working on called "The Bridge of Love," and I had the whole thing.
I'm sorry, that's cringe as fuck, mate. The Bridge of Love.
When you hear it in context, you'll get it. It's spacey, but anywho, when I started working on this thing, it was really hard rock, very distorted guitars and crunchy and everything. And then I went back and I go, wait a minute, it's supposed to be an acoustic piece instead. So I reimagined the whole thing on acoustic. Then it made sense because it was just a slamming chord progression. And I go, no, this album wants to be a bit more low key. So that's okay, Kind Machine. It'll come around to you. It'll reveal itself at some point, I'm sure. Just hang in there. So it's frustrating. Oh, you're also talking about you had Hungry Heart stuck in your head, Tizz?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. For me, it was our son used to drive our other car. We have a Saturn that it was kind of his car for our second car, and he had a CD that was stuck in the player.
Oh, yes. I have had many friends that have been in that situation.
It was the soundtrack to Guardians of the Galaxy, and all it would play was "I've Got Hooked on a Feeling." Ooga chugga, ooga, ooga, ooga. That's all he could play every damn time he got in that poor car. It was horrible. Okay. We finally got it out though.
Yeah. Kind Machine just put up here. It's a bit hard to drag 10 hardware synths on EasyJet or Ryanair.
Good point.
Yeah, I've seen some people with these cool little mobile setups, mini keyboards linked up to like a digital VST. and a little loop thing all in one, making tunes, a pair of headphones on trains and whatever. And I've always thought, like, prior to actually really recently, I was traveling so much. I thought that would be so cool. And then I remember at one point I tried to just do something on my laptop on a train, and no, too many people, too hot. Every 5 seconds, beep 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 beep. The next station will be no. It's not plausible.
There's a question for you guys. When you create and you're writing, do you need to be alone and have quiet? Or can you work in an open environment where there's distractions? For me, I got to be by myself. I got the door shut to the studio, quiet, so I can focus on what I'm doing. How about for you guys?
I very depends. Very much depends. I remember a lot of my producing in the early days was done between Simpsons episodes. Honestly, okay. I'd have my computer here. I had one of those little portable tube TVs.
Yeah,
there with a built-in video player, VHS player.
Yep.
And I had 4 Simpsons cassettes, which basically were on repeat in my room 24/7. These 4 cassettes. And yeah, I'd have it on quite quiet, and I'd be producing, and every so often it would distract me, and I'd watch 10 minutes of it, and then I'll go back to making tunes. I'd say my most successful creations have randomly been in rooms full of people where not all the people are musicians. I remember quite often me and 1 or 2 other mates we'd just have guitars and drums and whatever just out in my old studio apartment, and basically one half of my studio apartment was the kitchen and the other half was a bedroom that sat in a recording studio.
Yep.
So, and I had a futon bed that would push up, and we get everything out, and we just kind of we'd be sitting there chatting. There might be something on the TV, there might be a film on, and then every so often we just record a bit of stuff, and it'll be like hanging out for a whole day with pals, and at the end of it there might be a tune, there might not be, we might completely forget about it. But the majority of my good compositions and my most enjoyed music creation that I didn't find frustrating were in those settings. Because I had a good group of musicians around me back then. Everyone split ways and do their own thing now. But what was good is even so, like a lot of the initial Tizz stuff, I've said this before, I couldn't play guitar and sing. So I always worked with a guitarist, but there'd be some times where like me and a guitarist would sit down, they'd kind of come up with a bit of something, I'd say move this around, and that would still be like a Tizz tune, not a group tune. And there'd be times in early productions where, we'd all be sitting down and then I'd kind of lose the mojo and someone else would just kind of start fiddling around with something, and it was a really organic way of putting music together, really, because things only then got created when there was kind of a motivation or a direction to do it, instead of those sometimes you have those moments where you're just flicking through sounds and just trying to you're playing around with stuff. That never happened in those situations. Someone would walk up to the computer with an idea, which I find when I'm on my own, and I can't, definitely not in silence. I won't create a piece of producing, mixing down, etc. But I'd probably have a very kind of autistic ADHD way of composing and writing songs, where like I'll say I'm going to be in the studio for 2 hours, but like I'll walk out, I'll walk around, I'll go make myself a drink, I'll be up and down, I'll walk around the house thinking, I'll take a phone call. 2 hours sitting in a studio for me is probably actually about 30 minutes at a computer putting stuff in. But I think that anytime that I've had like stuff that's more desk jobby, or even in the restaurant when I've had to work the floor as like a waiter delivering stuff to tables because we're a waiter down or whatever, and waiters tend to normally have a process, so they arrive at table, seat the people, take the glasses off of the table that they're not using because it's a wine glass silver service job. If there's four place sittings but only 3 people at the table, take the extra place setting away, walk to the thing, log them in at the table, and they do it all. I'm all over the place. All the stuff gets done, and it actually gets done quicker because I'm doing things in, like, I'll take 4 drinks orders and I go straight behind the bar. I'm making the drinks. They want me to log it all in the till first, but I don't walk past the till, so it makes more sense for me to do it on the way out of the bar. And they hate it. They hate it. But I think when it regards to creativity, I find it more whenever I'm drawing. If I'm drawing or doing comic writing or stuff like that, I'll just leave it on the table, and every time I walk past, I might add a frame or do a little bit more. I find it very difficult just to sit down and just entirely focus on one. So that's another thing I'll do as well. Like I'll have like 1 or 2 tracks on the go at the same time.
Really, I can't do that.
I think it's good for 1, reference, and 2, giving yourself an ear break. So typically, again, when you're producing, say I'm producing a rock track, I'll listen to a lot of my favorite rock music at the time, and your ears almost get dulled to a certain sound. And there's times where I'll flick across to another track, just have a mess around, not like do a final production or anything, but like play around. I'll go back to the original track and I'm like, oh, like I'd find a load of mistakes in how I've delivered some distortion because it's just dulled to, I've played it that much that I keep feeling like, oh, it needs more treble, it needs more treble, it needs more treble, it needs more treble. It needs to pop a bit more. Just because I've listened to it so much, it gets boring and repetitive. Your mind starts blanking out that bit to focus on the more enjoyable bits, and all of a sudden you've whacked. I noticed this when I was working with Mish, actually, because he'd constantly be like, turn the synths up, turn them up stupidly. Then we come back into the studio after sitting down for 5 minutes, and it's like, actually, they're way too loud. can't hear the lyrics.
Right. Yep. Well, I always talk about that walking away and coming back with fresh ears. I always do that. I tend to give it overnight. If I have a mix I'm stuck on, I'll just shut it off and I'll try it again tomorrow. And generally it sounds different. I don't know why, but it always seems to work like that for me.
Yeah. It's important to go away and come back. Even with games, sometimes you get stuck on one boss for ages and you're playing it for days in, day out. Then you give it a 2-day break, sit down and clock it first time.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
It's I've and with, like, say you've put yourself a hard, you're a bit different because you're definitely a one take wonder, but
oh yeah, I gotta be.
There'll be times where I'm practicing the guitar line, practicing, and there'll just be one like little hammer on that my finger just won't do. Give it a week's break, sit down, and then it all just falls into place. I think that's a good thing with holidays, just to bring it back to the topic. It gives you that break to when you sit down. You can kind of overcome a few obstacles that you didn't realize you had initially.
I'm a lot pickier with mixing now. I used to be, in the early days, I'd mix it one time and put it out. Now I'll go back time and time again because I heard one little thing that bothered me, So I'm a lot more picky now than I used to be.
I think that can come with some detriment because, like, how do I put it? One, and not putting it down because your production has come a long way. Everyone can tell that. But when you raise your production style, you're almost holding yourself to a higher bar initially. So the better your production becomes, the longer it's going to take you because the more you're going to notice to change. Your ears are going to become more and more tuned in, and they're going to start hearing more and more wrong, and you're going to start learning more and more ways to fix what's wrong. Like ages ago, you probably didn't even notice breaths between the tracks because you didn't even know what a gate did. Now you know a gate exists. You're suddenly in tune to think, do I gate those breaths out between my lyrics?
Yep. I mean, if I solo a lyric track, I can still hear that. Or you're breathing between things, I'll leave that in because you really don't hear it when the whole mix is playing. But if you solo one of those, you really hear that stuff. But
and it all depends on the track. Like in a solo singer songwriter, especially female, you kind of want to hear the breaths in it. It gives a naturality to it. Whereas if you're doing a really tight metal production, especially kind of that math metal, you have to get everything out so it sounds tight and everything is defined. Sometimes, especially if you're using wind instruments, vocal breaths add a warmth to the whole sound, and it's nice to keep in. But also, if you're using especially like flute wind instruments, you kind of need to keep them out because it's a more breathy sound and you're gonna muddy up that frequency range. So it's a whole fucking the thin line going between production and mixing. I'd say I'd deem them both the same thing, honestly.
I do too. I never think of myself as a producer. I'm a mixer, I guess. But I think they're the same thing. Yeah, I mean, really,
I'd say production leans more towards like producing your synths and sounds. But that's more sound design as well. Everything can be specified a bit too much these days.
That's true.
And I think it's a bit of a minefield out there because sometimes you go to a guy and you're like, well, completely finish off your track, and he means mixing ways, no mastering, nothing, no anything, and you get your track back and you're like, okay, now master it, and like, oh no, I don't do that, but I know my friend Brian does for £400. You know what I mean? But like, production, mixing, mastering, all kind of a muddy area. And then if you get into sound design and VST design and stuff like that, you can specify to an extreme point. I've seen some studios doing this now, and they definitely have a kind of a mixing and mastering audio specialist, but then they have a production specialists that will like dial in digital compression and VST stuff, which is an interesting way to do it.
For sure.
Should we get another track on?
We probably should. We're an hour into the show already.
Halfway, and we've done 2 tracks.
I know. Not
gathering on. We got a bit comfortable at the start because we thought everyone would be watching football and sports and stuff, and then people turned up.
And all of a sudden, here they are listening to us blather away about whatever it is we blather away about. But that's fine. This song, I love the name of this band because it's spelled so cool.
Yeah.
Pandamoanium, but MOAN. Very clever. I like this. Yeah. Anyway, this track's called Jimmy by Pandamoanium. A little different than the jazzy tune we had to start off the show with. Yeah, Kind Machine says he never removes vocal breaths ever. I just don't because I'm lazy. I'm not going to go in there and edit all that stuff out.
I think I tend not to unless, I mean, I do it mostly in rap, but that's mostly because if it's any speed rap, my breaths are a bit too extreme.
Yeah. Well, that I could see. That makes sense. I mean, I got a pop filter for my mic and a compressor, and good enough.
This really reminds me of the kind of psycho swamp jams that I used to have in college.
Bop-boom, bop-boom. Oh, KM has to go watch football. Well, we'll see him next week.
The worst thing he said, the new broadcast time is golden. We may have to move again with this new job. I'm sorry. We might not, but we might.
I'm just waiting for instructions.
Yeah. I had the choice between working a Thursday and a Tuesday, and I made the mistake of turning around to them and going, which one would be better? Not thinking, because usually a weekday shift, you typically have me in for the kind of lunch, early dinner.
Yeah.
And I doubt it's going to be busy late.
Right.
So, but I don't know yet. I haven't experienced it. So,
yeah. Well, we just kind of roll with the punches and see what happens, you know.
But on the plus side, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I should have off.
Maybe go back to Wednesday. I don't know.
Yeah, it may well be the case. Even though this is, I mean, a lot of people have mentioned, oh, great, this is such a better time on Wednesday, and it's a bit earlier too. Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, we could always go back to an earlier time on Wednesday then, I suppose, kind of split the difference.
I need to check what Cassie's doing now, because I think he's extended his show or gone earlier or gone later or something.
Oh, well,
to catch up with everyone. We can work it out. We can work it out.
We'll figure it out. Ooh, a techie question. That's out of my pay grade, Wrecker. I just got a notification from GameSpot, says another Xbox price increase. My God, they're going to be as much as a car eventually.
Oh, I need to look at an iPad now to see if the app does go sideways. It goes sideways on a phone.
Yeah, what's he looking on? What's he watching on his tablet?
Yeah, iPad.
Yeah, on the phone it goes sideways.
Yeah, it goes sideways fine.
It's
in portrait and squishing
everything.
Oh, is it doing the white line thing? It's not going full screen.
He has to have it full screen.
Oh. It's meant to. I mean, if it works on an iPhone, it should work on an iPad. So I'm not.
An iPad's just a big iPhone, technically.
Oh. It's not. It's squishing the chat box. That's what it's doing.
Huh, I wonder why it would.
It's not portrait mode. It's just trying to fit everything into a small screen. Like,
oh yeah. Well, I can't tell what the yeah.
So the chat box is like when you do it that way, you get the full chat box that way.
Right.
When you go that way, it squishes the chat box into a tiny place.
Right.
Oh, that was the end of that track. Oh,
okay.
That was the end of that track, Jimmy. Well, Pandamoanium here on XRP Radio. You know what? Just to get some more tunes in, I'm just going to put another tune. So we play all the tunes because we're already halfway through the show, and we're not halfway through the tracks.
Okay, you ready?
I am.
Okay, next song up is "Gonna Be a Riot" by Slumlord Radio.
But what's it called?
Gonna Be a Riot.
I know it's going to be a riot, but what's it called?
Oh God, it's like Abbott and Costello. That's before your time. Hit the button. Any song with a cowbell is okay by me. That's actually a really good song title. I should do that. Any song with a cowbell is okay by me. Maybe on the next Ancient Ones album.
Maybe.
That's the only place I'm using artificial intelligence. I finally have my comment about AI and how it affected my music.
You finally
After I have my final comment.
Oh, okay.
It's not that earth-shattering or anything, but I finally have my judgment.
All right, so there we go.
That was funny. It got to the big solo, and all of a sudden it got really loud. Sometimes the stream for me will kind of like ebb and flow, you know. And all of a sudden, here it was, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of kind of automatic compression on StreamYard, so it'll duck down for a bit whilst I'm speaking to.
Yeah, that was funny.
Contemplate.
It was very dramatic, actually, kind of. Okay. Feedback. Okay. That's going to be a riot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 songs yet.
There we go. Yo! While listening to XRP Radio.
That was good. I like that. Yo!
It's just not. Lots of exciting things happening. Not. I like doing technical support during shows. I honestly I'm not sure why it won't rotate for you. Because it does on my phone, and that means it should everywhere. But it depends how the web app's installed, I guess. Yeah, I'm an Apple guy, so you said Samsung, so I'm fucked. Basically, I cannot give you advice.
He's talking Japanese. That's going to be our next segment: is Tech Talk with Tizz, or Customer Service with Tizz.
Oh, one of the best and worst things that was added to this website was DMs. Because the amount of DMs that I get now of people going, this is wrong, I can't do this, I can't log in, I can't upload my song, I can't do this, I can't do that, and I'm like, yeah, it's always like just at the point where Jake's uploaded an update or something.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm not over advertising this site, because there's been a few people that they've uploaded their tracks and they think, oh, all is good, we're going to get some airplay. And the track didn't upload because Jake's updated it and then rolled it back to 5 minutes before they uploaded.
Classic.
Yep.
I just grabbed my pile of show and tell, which I may or may not have time to show you guys. We'll see how the things progress. But
it's some of your show and tell. I was going to say you're going to be done on your holiday, bringing it back to the thing, but you're like on permanent holiday now.
Right on, man. My only job now is to go to the gym. That's the only really work I do.
When you
huh?
I was saying, like, now you're retired, obviously. Like, do you have to fit? All right, Mr. Retiree, relaxing.
Mr.
Like, do you now all of a sudden like do start? How do I put this? Like, now I'm working, child, blah, blah, blah. There are like 3 times a year that I can do things, you know, Easter break, summer break, Christmas break.
Yep.
Are you all of a sudden like using those other days to get, you know, like
my weekends are still off. My weekends are still my weekends. Mm-hmm. That does not change. So I know Saturday is still Saturday and Sunday. You know this. Sunday is family dinner day. That's when my
Yes.
brother-in-law comes over, and we have to. Our thing is we watch game shows together, like on Hulu. Like all the, like The Floor and oh God, what's that one? The Quiz with Balls, and there's like 5 different ones we watch. The 1% Club, Jeopardy. So Sunday is I make a big Sunday dinner. He comes over. We all watch our game shows together, and then we end up falling asleep. And
Perfect.
that's how Sundays are blocked out for that. So, but Saturday is more like if I'm like going to clean house or something or do, chores. Yeah, that's pretty much Saturday. So that stays the same. So just so you guys know, when you do retire, it is possible to actually do it that way. So
You can still be a human.
You can still be a semi-human person. Yes. So there.
Yeah. I didn't think through the topic completely, did I? If you go on holiday, Craig is always on holiday.
You delivered it pretty well, I thought. I saw where you were coming from.
I see where I'm coming from.
So speaking of artificial intelligence, could have been a little louder, but we'll take what we get.
You master everything so quiet.
I did? I got to remix it.
Mate, if you saw how your 90% of your audio files come to me in comparison to all the other ones.
Oh, everybody else's waveform is gigantic, and mine's like a little.
Here we go. Sorry.
Artificial intelligence.
Is that better for you?
Yeah, that's a little better. I'll have to run that through Audacity and give it a bigger waveform. And I'll remail it to you. Anyway, after messing around with artificial intelligence, I finally figured out it's stupid. Because I'm working on a new album right now. That's my two-word synopsis, guys. It's stupid. Because I figured out I'm working on a new album now which does not use artificial intelligence. And you know what it does?
Have you ruined your ability to say that word now because of that stab?
I'm always going to hear it like that the rest of my life. But the guy has kind of a Nazi accent. Artificial. That's kind of funny. Anyway, it dulls your creativity, man. Because you work so hard in your career to learn how to write a good lyric or how to come up with a cool riff. This thing makes it so easy to do all the hard work for you. So 2 things. It ruins your creativity because all of a sudden now you're thinking, why should I have to hurt my brain to come up with a word when this thing will do it for me? Or why should I have to stress over a guitar riff when this thing will do it all for me? And then all of a sudden you start to lose your creativity because it's being done by something else. It's just a cop out, and it makes you lazy because maybe it makes everything faster. Your speed of getting something out is quicker, but it's not helping you in terms of helping you think. I mean, one of the things I like. Yes, go ahead.
I was going to say the biggest problem with artificial intelligence is its current employment, no matter what area, what industry it's in. Its current employment is do this for me.
Yeah.
Make this picture for me. Do this for me.
Yep.
All of its directions is make me a recipe. Write these lyrics. Do this. Do this. Do this. So it reminds me of there was a show. These obese people shows of these like 700.
Oh yeah, The Biggest Loser and all that crap. Yeah.
And the running thing. My mum used to watch all these kind of things all the time.
Yeah, we did too.
And the running theme was with the, and they didn't do anything like that. No aspirations. No, just eat, stay in bed, watch TV. And what you noticed all of them do is usually with their kids, do this for me, do this for me. Go get this, grab this, figure out this for me, do this sum, write this for me, sign this, fake my signature. And that's what AI is. That's literally what AI is doing to creativity.
Yeah,
instead of these, typically well-muscled rock stars and DJs, all of our musicians in about 20 years time are probably going to be looking like Dungeons and Dragons players. I think music is becoming increasingly more nerdy.
Yeah,
I'm
I
seeing
agree with that.
less typically cool guitarists out there and a lot more, that typical balding to hair, long greasy hair look.
Yep.
Like I'm scrolling through reels and the majority of guitarists are these people running stuff through massive effects boards and loop pedals and extras, and it's super nerdy now. It's fiddling with technology and gadgets and stuff.
Yep.
Which yeah, it's an odd feeling to come back from, like, looking at the idols that I had when I was younger.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I learned as a guitar player, as a guitarist, every now and then, just unplug from your effects line and just get a little amplifier and plug straight into it, and just remember how to get tone with your hands, your vibrato, your feel. That's what it's all about. It's not about how much processing you're running through, your delay or your compression or whatever it is. Sometimes to me that's kind of a crutch. Just play clean, just go straight in. That's where you remember how much you really know, because the pedals aren't doing the work for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the whole thing with AI. I figured out. I mean, even the album cover on this new album I'm doing, I did it all myself. I didn't just type in, make me an album cover. I used Canva, and I went out and grabbed my own photo, and I did my own text boxes and everything else, all hands on. So
I mean,
it felt good. It really felt good.
It's I had a really good point there, and it's just slipped my mind. God damn
It's
it.
the heat. It's the heat, buddy.
The heat's absolutely slaughtering me. I do not work well in the heat. That was it. Someone mentioned this to me the other day, and it was a bit of a poignant epiphany moment, just in relating things to other ways. So how we often, and the majority of listeners and whatever, talk about if you're in a band and you all of a sudden want like some trumpets or saxophone over your track, try and do everything in your power to get a proper saxophone player and an actual musician with the actual talent to, or if you're gonna design an album, try and get an actual graphic designer to design your album cover, or do it yourself and get the relation in, right? And I was having this chat. I can't even remember who the fuck it was now. That's going to annoy me. Obviously, it will be in my Facebook messages. But we're chatting about it, and then out of nowhere, where it's like, well, okay, so you want an actual saxophonist because they can actually play saxophone and actually make a saxophone noise. I'm like, okay, yeah. And he just said one word to me that completely blew my mind that I hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
Beatboxers. Beatboxers can make all of these sounds, but they're not playing the saxophone. You know what I mean? So, in that same way that like we'd get and I've been tempted, because I love funk music, and one of the biggest things that has stopped me from creating funk music is I want saxophone in it. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I would love to play it myself, but I want to have a saxophonist that I can work with to make funk music. And I've been more and more tempted, because the other reason why I haven't is because typically brass and wind synths suck. They just don't sound real. Or you have to put a load of effort in to make them sound kind of ish real. But typically they sound shite, so I haven't gone that way. Now, some of these AI tracks that have got brass and wind in the background sound very, very, very realistic.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
A bit on the pop production side, which you've got that almost electronica brass sound. You remember that there was a big tune with the saxophone guy on the beach.
Yeah.
In the video, it went massive. I can forget what it was called now.
I can't remember either.
It's got that kind of sound to it, but I've been thinking actually I could use this now. It's got like I have the ability to create, to get the sounds that I want. But then again, yeah, beatboxing. Now, if I can get Yeah, I just need to move into the apartment upstairs. Okay. Oh, you made me lose my thought, Bill.
Oh God, Bill, you see, you messed him up. First, it was the heat.
It's the heat, and Bill. Once I get distracted in this heat, it's gone. It's disappeared. See you later.
Well, we'll talk about something else then.
What have you got to show me? Tell me about it.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys have the video feed up? You guys should probably have the video feed up. I got some cool stuff. Okay. My Amazon haul.
There we go.
Ta-da! It's the Craig Show. Okay, here we go. First off, ta-da! This is Nintendo Switch stuff. Switch 2. This is Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, which is the newest Virtua Fighter game on the Switch, and it looks really cool. And I got a good deal on that.
You went for Switch.
Yeah, I know, right? But it wasn't on sale for PS5. So anyway, got that.
I had to make that decision.
I also just got rid of my PlayStation Plus account because I realized I'm spending $80 a year for what? I don't really use online that much with it, you know. So, you know. Anyway, moving right along.
Oh,
1 and 2 remaster.
Oh, I do want that.
Baby. Well, I have number 3, so I figured
that's the HD 2D one, is it? Yeah.
Right. Yep. So
see, that's really weird because I'd have thought you'd have bought those games on the opposite consoles.
Actually, strangely enough, I have the third one on Switch, but they didn't have the Switch version was not part of the Prime Day sale, but the PS5 version was. Otherwise, I would have bought the Switch and had all 3 of them on Switch.
One thing that I would say, the Pixel remasters. I've had the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 Pixel remasters.
Yeah.
I find it hard to play them on a big screen.
Really? Oh yeah, because you're kind of washed out. Yeah, because it's so big.
It's a little bit too much for like. I'm not so much on these people that are like, oh, you've got to play all the old games on a CRT. That's how they're meant to look. Blah blah blah.
A lot of people say that. Yeah.
I'm not so bothered about that. I do see where they're coming from a little bit with the lines and whatever, but I would say like those like I remember a while ago I had the SNES with the Game Boy adapter in it.
Oh yeah.
And that was good for quite a few games, but then when I went to play Pokemon, it was so much better to play on a handheld.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
I know if I play a bunch of old arcade stuff, I got a 60-inch TV flat screen in my game room, and like you said, the pixels are so big you really can't tell what things are.
It's just a little bit too much. That's what Miles will play Minecraft on the Switch on the big TV, and I just don't understand what's going on.
Just a bunch of blocks.
He'll go around and go, look at this, and I'm like, I can see 2,500 green squares, and that's about it. My eyesight sucks as it is. It's just a big square. It's basically like our video background, but more colorful.
Yeah, I'll bet. Anyway, moving right along. This is a new Souls-like. It only came out about 6 months ago. Lost Soul Aside, and it's supposed to be good. It's kind of like what's that? Eden Ring or whatever.
Yeah.
But this was $9.99 from $60. So I figured, well, I'll give it a shot. The reviews have been good, so I'll give it a try. And then in the movie section, you guys know I like my Ultraman. Here's Ultraman Decker D.
Hey.
So I got that, and the big guns for me. I don't know if you guys watched this show and used to back in the day or not. The complete series of Robot.
Hey, absolute classic.
Man. Yeah, 22 DVDs, brother. Look how thick this box is. Like
that is. I didn't even think there was that much. How many episodes? I mean, they're short episodes, aren't they? Robot Chicken, like 10 minutes each or so.
I'm not even sure how many episodes there are on this thing, but it says it's 20 years of it on the back of the thing.
20 years of Robot Chicken. Actually, yeah, I guess it was because I was watching it in college.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I'm very happy to have this. This stuff was so clever. You know, it was great.
I did like that. Yeah. You know what I miss? I revisited Adult Swim for like I haven't watched any Adult Swim stuff for absolutely ages, and
Yep.
like it sprung into my mind, and I was thinking, yeah, I want to watch some C Lab 2020, Aqua Teen Hunger Force,
Oh, yeah,
Robot
yeah.
Chicken,
Yep.
Hawkman Attorney at Law, all of those.
Yeah.
And then I went on, and nothing's the same. Oh.
No, they changed stuff. I hate that. Anyway, I can go back to normal screen size. That's what I had. But yeah,
Oh.
I just want to share that stuff with you guys. Kind of
thank
fun.
you.
Well, you're
Hello.
very welcome.
I like
Yeah.
a bit. I like a bit of sharing. I don't. I mean, like as I said earlier, all the cool stuff that all the recent stuff that I could possibly show or tell you is boring as fuck.
Hey,
I can show you that. This is quite cool. This is quite
Wow,
cool.
what's that?
It's like a jet fan. It lasts 3 days straight, and it's a jet fan.
Wow, that's
and-
impressive.
yeah, and it clips to your belt, and you put it under your shirt, and it blows up your shirt.
Oh, a lot of the people, you always watch those people go to Disney World, right?
Yeah.
That's a big thing now, is to put that under your shirt and shoot it up the back. Yeah, back when we used to go, we had the neck fans, the ones that go around your neck.
Yeah.
We didn't have that technology yet. So
See, I had one of those neck fans, and whilst it kind of made my face cooler, the double-edged sword with me, because I get so hot and sweaty, it just made my neck sweat.
yeah,
So hot
Yeah.
right in my neck. I've seen these quite cool ones that have got. This is turned into a really boring Amazon review show, isn't it? But I've seen these quite cool ones that have got like it's like a metal contact thing that goes in the neck and it frosts up. So the actual band that is on your neck is cool. But that was boring, and you didn't need to hear that, listeners. I'm sorry.
that's okay. We got half an hour to go, man. We're not
Soon I will have something new because the screen on my fucking MacBook's broke.
Well, why did you do that? Are you throwing it around?
No, it just I like literally I was in the middle of doing some graphics for work, and it just
Oh, that stinks.
yeah.
Hey, we could play a song, because as a matter of fact, this next one's a little bit of a longer tune, if I remember correctly, because I might know about that.
Oh, okay.
Screwdrivers to ears. Are you cool with spinning a track?
Yeah, I'm ready.
A little bit of background on this one. The way this thing starts out, it sounds like this guy is being tortured to death. What it really is one of the guys that I watch that rides like at Disney World, he's riding a ride and he's like screaming as he's on this roller coaster. I took it and I slowed it down. So it sounds like he's being, so that's what it sounds like, but that's all he is. He's going on a ride. Anyway, this is Your Appliances Want to Kill You by Screwdrivers to Ears.
Catherine just bought me some chicken.
Wish I had chicken.
Starving.
I don't have dinner for like 2 hours yet.
I haven't eaten today.
I love it.
Because I was busy. And then I was too hot to eat. And I was meant to barbecue for everyone. And I basically passed out on the sofa, and I came in and I'm like, so sorry. And Kat was like, right, we knew.
I'm doing hamburgers tonight. That sounds good. Bacon cheeseburgers even, so it'll be great.
You've made me want a bacon double cheese now from Burger King.
I really do. I just love this start. I'm probably due for another Screwdriver song, eh? It's been a while.
Oh God!
You know?
What devices are you going to murder this time?
I don't know. Toilets. You know, it's so funny because that interview I just did, the guy talked about how I'm 13 different bands and everything. And to be honest, I haven't really released a lot of stuff lately that wasn't Craig Allen Hecht. I've been going back to being me for quite a while now. Well, Kat's always wanted a new Weenies song, so I should work on that. But she wants the sequel to the Lost.
I've got the original file version of this when you first sent it out, and the original title was Hello Jana.
That's a different song.
Is it? Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes. Hello Jana is really weird.
What do you mean?
It's a bunch of laughing and stuff and sound effects. That's a different track.
Oh, you
That's the difference.
you put the album as your implied identities want to kill you.
Oh, did I?
So that's why it's showing up in the
Okay.
same thing.
That makes sense. That sounds like something I would do. Did it.
So at that point, obviously we're going on holiday, so we're trying to eat everything out of the house. So we're eating such weird combinations.
Oh, it's got to be hotter than hell where your dad is.
They're I didn't realize they were actually in England. They're on the plane now to go back.
Okay, actually, Spain's a bit south, I think, of all this really bad heat. I believe
It's still going to be fucking hot. It's gonna reach 40 while I'm over there.
Yeah,
which is extremely hot for me.
Does he have air conditioning?
I'm not sure. I presume it must.
You would think that's a pretty warm climate.
Yeah, I presume. I know. They say 50% of Spanish properties now have air conditioning, so I presume theirs is one of them.
Well, I hope so.
And Kat keeps telling me to ask them, and I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know if they don't have it. I want to get there and deal with it.
You want to be surprised instead?
No, I just don't want to. I don't want to think about it, so I don't get there and go, "Oh fuck, they haven't got." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's just like, I don't want to spend 2 weeks going, "Why haven't you got air conditioning?"
Yeah. Really.
I don't want to think about the air conditioning. It's something we don't really have it in the UK. So apart from it,
I know you don't. So I imagine the time difference will be even worse for you than next Thursday.
It's only an hour.
Oh, okay. So it's earlier for you? Yes. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah.
So it's 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock for you.
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's the toothbrush solo. I'm really proud of that toothbrush solo.
Actually, no, isn't it?
No, it should be. You're going east. You're heading east, so you lose an hour. Now, someday after I'm gone, I want you to make sure you tell people that was a toothbrush solo. Yeah, he was that crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, when you're gone, they're gonna do one of those like on the chair documentaries with me, where it's just like two black chairs, a reporter, and me sitting opposite, and they're just going. So, what was Craig like?
You know what the sad part is? It's probably going to turn out that way because you're about the only person that understands my music. So it might fall on you to be that guy, man.
Understand maybe a stretch, but
thank you, my friend. Okay, how about tolerate? Are you still doing tech support for Wrecker?
Yeah. Mate, like 90% of the time I'm doing tech support. 90% of that time it's booms, but you're listening to XRP Radio. Your appliances want to kill you, unfortunately.
They do.
Well, we've got 3 tracks left. So I'd say one every 10 minutes, but we're already in the first 10 minutes, so that's math doesn't work.
You know, when it comes to tracking and timing the show, I look to your experience and expertise. You know, so you let me know.
This one's a bit different because 9 times out of 10, I put all the tracks in the track list within the half an hour before the show. And I never look at the length of the tracks until it's far too late.
And as I've always said, when I pick these tracks, I use, I listen about the first 30 seconds of them. Yeah. And if they grab me immediately, they're on the show. After that, sorry, nothing personal. You know,
Yep.
so I don't know. Something could be 15 minutes long. I heard the first 30 seconds of it and I picked it. So
Yep.
that's the way it
So-
works.
Yeah, planning's fun. In another show, in the early days when I was doing like planned out shows, and we had like 5 shows in a row, and all the DJs were in one room, and we were switching DJs. Everything had to be horrifically, meticulously planned.
Oh yeah.
To the point of like I had a little like kitchen timer, and it was set to always set to 3 minutes, and everything was done in 3-minute segments. Next 3 minutes, next 3 minutes. Stop talking. So like, carry on. Stop talking. Which is probably something that we could do.
It might not hurt. Well, we used to have tangent alert, but we don't really tend to do tangents that much anymore. We kind of now the show it's 8 different topics at the same time, just from the get-go, from the start of the show. It's just how it's coming out.
Well, let's just call it organically driven. The show goes where it needs to, when it needs to.
The show tells us where it's supposed to be.
Does it?
Yeah, we just kind of go with the flow, man.
Yeah. There is a flow. Somehow it's going uphill. But
Did you say it's orgasmically driven? Was that the word you used?
organic.
Oh, it's like when I go to the grocery store and they have.
That was such a delayed response.
Well, I had to think about it I had to process. It's hot.
It is. I'll give you that.
It's like when I go to the grocery store and it says orgasmic bananas. I go, oh God, that's scary. You know. Anyway, that's a whole.
Don't type that into Google.
What a great band name! I'd be in that band.
Orgasmic bananas.
Orgasmic bananas. Yes. Exactly.
I think though. I think there's something in a track or album name in. Don't type that into Google. And each of the tracks could be like orgasmic banana, blue waffle. You know, don't type blue waffle into Google.
Don't type blue waffle in it. Yeah, exactly.
Right,
yes.
to start at end float. So we'll play a track now, and then we'll play a track at. No, that math doesn't work. We're going to play a track now.
Let's start with that. This is Rise by Wolfnote.
This is a stunning track, actually.
It is.
I don't mean to say that as if like all the other tracks weren't stunning, but I specifically like this.
Now, have you noticed at all how much more eclectic my song picks have been since the new website?
Yeah.
I used to be rock. Now I'm like rock, folk, acoustic, jazz.
Is that because of the genre tabs?
Yes, they're easier to find. Yes.
Yeah. Need to add some more in there.
It's much more fun. Yeah, we still need some more though when you submit. You know, it's still the same ones, which is fine. You know, either everything I do is rock or it's progressive. Seems like that's pretty much what I pick.
I've just put it off for a bit because 2 reasons. One, when the new chart system comes in place, there'll be, we'll be able to do, like Cass can do a pop charts. Juniper can do a folk charts or pick stuff out from it and go, oh, this is currently the number 1 in the folk charts, whatever. Now, with us trying to create an even playing field in music in general, it's very difficult for me to have one chart that has competition with 100 people, where you've got a 1 in 100 chance of becoming number 1 in effect, and then in another area it's 1 in 2,000 tracks. Now, the more we segregate genres, the more certain pigeonholes are going to end up getting more benefit than. And I never want it to be like one of my biggest hates is the fact that like an up and coming jazz musician now is very unlikely to be able to be a working musician on their own music.
Oh yeah.
There might be a trumpet player in, Victor Hammond's band as a session musician or things like that, and you might get into that route. But if you're making your own jazz music, it's very unlikely to get you enough money to live off.
Yeah.
And that's not because the jazz is better or worse. It's just because it's being pigeonholed, so it's in its own little tiny area over there.
Yeah, it
Problem
really
with
is.
XRP is that's a massive benefit.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you're looking for independent music, you're typically more open to more genres. And you click on
Right.
the jazz, and you've only got to search through 20 different musicians. You're gonna get through most of those musicians.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Yep. Yeah, jazz has always had kind of a bad, I'm not gonna say bad reputation, but it's such a niche thing. I mean, real jazz, you know.
We rise, Wolfnote here on XRP Radio. Hopefully, in a couple of months, XRP will be rising, as we'll have finally finished off this website and got everything ready for a good launch.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I was looking at the list here. Now, I'm not announcing the next song, but the next song that will be coming up is by Ridley Woof, Woof. Now, the previous song was by Wolfnote. Now, dogs make the noise woof.
I like your
Wolfnote
connections.
could be- see how I figured that out?
Also, for
Wolf-
absolutely ages, I thought Ridley. See, I go to say Wolf still. Ridley Woof was called Ridley Wolf because I didn't read it properly.
See, so I saw that. Actually, it was a coincidence. I really didn't think about that, but I looked later on when I saw the list. I go, well, look at this, Woof and Wolf. Huh? How about that? The things you learn.
Maybe like in the groups from next week, we'll be like, give Craig a word to find the best tracks based on this word. That sounded a little bit Taskmastery, actually.
No, that sounded like Big Fat Greek Wedding, where he goes, give me a word, any word, and I show you how it comes from the Greek. There you go. Same thing. Anyway, Bill's apologizing because he was in the kitchen. Bill never apologized to be in the kitchen. I enjoy being in the kitchen.
The kitchen, that means you're feeding yourself or other people.
Right, exactly.
If I go to course.
If I go to somebody's house and I want to hang out, where do you go? The kitchen. That's just where you want to be. You know? But the kitchen is the heart of the home.
It kind of, unfortunately, this house, we've got quite a nice kitchen, quite a big kitchen, little table in there, but it's on the bottom floor of the house. It's just inconvenient. It doesn't have that flow through that most houses have that go living room, kitchen.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, this is the part of the show where I look at the clock and I go, okay, we've talked about our topic. We've talked about, let's see, the Amazon haul. We've talked about a little bit about gaming. We've talked about music production. We've talked about tech support. Now I'm scrambling. What are we going to talk about for the next 19 minutes? And Tizz comes up with,
don't put you in this heat. In this heat, you can't put me on the spot like that, sir.
All right, so we have to go to our backup, which is what? Godzilla movies?
No,
I don't. There's nothing new coming out.
I
saw Masters of the Universe 2 times this week. I saw it with my son just the other day. Again, the reboot.
Okay,
great.
You enjoy it?
I have friends. One guy that I know walked out on it halfway through because he said it was stupid, corny, and cheesy. Well, the thing
just
about
like
the movie,
He-Man, yeah.
I said in reply to him, the movie knows it needs to be stupid, corny, and cheesy.
Yeah.
It totally understands its mission statement.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, come on. The guy, they have names like Fisto and Ram Man.
Yeah.
You're going to take that seriously?
It's especially after the massive regeneration of Skeletor memes across social media.
Oh, Bill, you got to go see it, man. It's great. It's pretty cool.
I might have to go. I might have to check that out.
Now, the one movie I'm worried about is the early reviews of Supergirl are not that hot.
Which
kind of worries me.
I expected such. Honestly, I'm surprised Wonder Woman did so well, but they did that really good.
Same.
But the kind of when you look across it, She-Hulk, for instance, whenever they reboot a female hero, it tends to be really badly done.
Yeah, very true.
I feel. I hope this doesn't come across overtly sexist. but I feel like whenever a female superhero comes in, which they didn't do with Wonder Woman, it's overly pandered to the more girly side of films.
I have an exception to that. Captain Marvel.
I haven't watched that because I was worried that was going to go that way.
Oh, dude, she kicks ass.
Is it
You
good?
got to watch it. You got to watch it. Now, I got to remember my son-in-law, Ben, has a real problem with her because of her name. What is it? Oh, she's Carol.
Carol.
He goes, you can't be a superhero and be Carol. That's just wrong, you know? Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, DC, I don't know, Bill. I mean, the new Superman was okay. I didn't mind that.
I've seen Fire and Water avatars come out to Disney Plus now.
I just bought the 4K of that. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was much better than The Way of Water.
Stunning. I thought The Way of Water was good because annoyingly it was a filler film. Really, there was a lot of dry space in it. But like, I think it was a nice change of pace. To the first one was like action,
Right.
effect.
Right.
It was nice to have that slow change of pace to it. I have watched Fire and Water as well, so I'm gonna watch it again. Now it's come to Disney Plus, and aside from anything, I'm a big graphics guy. Ever since Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within came out, back in 2000, I think it was, or something ridiculous.
I think so, yeah.
I have been a massive fan in watching how. It's me and my dad. Really, like, we'll be playing every time a new Final Fantasy came out. The comment that we'd both say as soon as we saw it is, "Look how good the water looks."
I've always said that to my daughter Heather because she's knows I'm a big computer geek, and I'm thinking, look at the processing power to generate the fractals and stuff to generate that water correctly.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah,
there's a scene in Fire and Water where they have these guys called the Wind Traders, and they have these big floating ships. Like, you have to remember it from the new one, like these big floating ships, like big like air bags of air that flip and it's the most gorgeous shot you ever want to see, but super nice. But yeah, that's like pretty early on in the movie. The Wind Traders show up, and that's neat.
After doing shows with Bill in the chat box, he popped in and went, first movie his son ever saw was, I read that wrong. I thought it said the first movie his son ever saw was Saw, yeah. And I just can't see Bill watching Saw at all, because like there'll be me, Kat, and Jana doing a show, and he's cringing. He's cringing at some of the stuff that we say.
I'm thinking to myself, shit, my kid's first movie was Little Mermaid, and you're watching Saw? Wow, all right.
Yeah, no. I mean, Batman Begins is pretty dark, actually.
They all are. The only happy Batman is Batman and Robin with Mr. Freeze.
I don't know, like, those early ones. What was Batman
great.
and Robin with Mr. Freeze? What was it? And the one with the Riddler. Was that the same one?
No, what's that called? Batman
and
Batman
the one with Poison Ivy in that.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. With he's Edward Nygma.
Yeah, Enigma. Yeah.
Pretty clever.
Those early ones were fantastic. I love those. That was the right way to. It was the perfect conversion from like the slapstick comic book style.
Oh, my version.
To make it still. I mean, there's quite a lot of comedy in those ones. Overacting and over the top superheroes. You don't get those crazy over the top superheroes quite. They're all dark, evil weirdos.
Shazam tried to be more funny, which is. I own both of those, and I haven't watched those really either. But Shazam was more light, I think, from what I've heard. Comedy.
Is that the one that everyone thinks someone's in but isn't? Mandela affected into it.
I think so, for all I remember. But yeah, those Saw movies, I don't understand torture porn, dude. This is not my.
It's grim. See, now what I won't deny, as a kid, weirdly, and I was probably far too young, but a film that will always stick in my head, Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp. and I got weirdly into not from the just sadistic weird point, but decapitations in films. There's a scene in is it in? I think no, it's a haunted house or something as well. There's a lot of decapitations in
Mortal Kombat.
the film that I was just on about that I forgot already, Sleepy Hollow. But there's another one, and a big like pendulum stone lion's head swings out from the ceiling and just perfectly takes some guy's head off, and he's just standing there. And it makes me laugh. Horror films make me laugh. You know, jump scares don't get me, annoyingly. They hate it. They try and jump out from corners and scream boo at me, and I'm like, okay, hi.
That's Kanye too. She jumps at everything. Commercials will make her jump. It's like, you know.
Yeah, but like seeing someone slowly saw off their hand, a bit too snuff film for me.
Yeah.
Like that, it just makes you go. That's all it makes you do. I can't see how it's enjoyable.
I watch it now, and it's like, especially like the slasher movies, it's like, you know, you look at more like what possible way can they come up with now to kill somebody? I mean, haven't you guys come up with everything? I mean, the Terrifier movies, I sped through those just to see how they would finish people off. I didn't care about plot. Let's just see what Art's going to do next.
See, you may as well just go on Wikipedia and search for medieval torture devices.
Oh yeah,
in my mind, you don't have the cringy bit, but you find out the weird and interesting way that they worked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that.
That's all. Like the Saw films really was skip. Oh, look at the contraption. Skip. Oh, look at the contraption.
I agree.
Yeah,
for sure.
Horror films don't get me because you have to watch them to be gotten. Yeah, horror doesn't. It has no appeal for me. Like I like these kind of thriller tension films.
Like suspense films.
Yeah. But when it just comes. Now, one thing that I will say though is like in Zombieland.
Yep.
There is something nice about a bit of like zombies getting blown up and stuff like that.
Well, that's always funny.
I can enjoy that.
Yeah, those are good. Like Day of the Dead.
Yeah, or even Shaun of the Dead, and that is a comedy film, so it works really. See, I think horror comedy works better because that moment where the guy gets ripped out the window and has all his stomach pulled out, and he's like, ah, and they're just screaming at each other, not knowing what to do. That worked, but if I just saw it in just like this is meant to make me vomit kind of thing,
I get that. Like Evil Dead 2 was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's some comedy in that movie.
But I mean, one thing that always sticks in my head is the opening. Well, one of the opening FMVs in Resident Evil, where you walk in through a door, and just behind the door frame, you see the back of a zombie kind of looks like he's sitting cross-legged on the floor, and then he turns around and he's just eating his own toes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
That sticks in my head a lot.
Bill wants to know if 7 counts. Well, it counts at least 7 times, Bill.
Isn't 7 the one where
gluttony and lust and
he
is that the one with the what's in the box? Is that one?
I don't know that. I can't remember that bit, but what I do remember is a man having to strap a sharp implement to his member.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't 7. But yeah,
that sounds more like Saw.
It was not. It's not a nice scene. It's not a nice scene at all.
I would think not.
Yeah.
Well, gee whiz. Well, we've veered over to movies and covered a few things. That was
and it got a little bit grim. Now I reckon it's time for another song and a goodbye and the last song.
It probably is, eh?
I think.
All right. Next song is a song called "Kid." It's a pirate song. Really? It's called Kid, as in Captain Kidd, Kidd, from Ridley Woof.
Not Wolf.
Not the Wolf. Well, that was a good segue.
Yeah, let's talk about horror films.
We have covered everything in this episode. Boy, I'll tell you. We always have topics that are ace in the hole, like what's your favorite pizza flavor? Yeah, we always have those on standby if we need to go there. You know.
It's nice to have a pirate song that doesn't obligatory sound like a pirate song.
Oh, with the concertinas and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, it didn't dawn on me. I saw the title was Kid. I didn't put two and two together. I started listening to the lyrics and I go, oh, it's Captain Kidd. I see. Now I got it.
I like his vocal delivery as well. It's like, it sounds not like delivery like he's nervous, but it sounds like a bit nervous with what he's saying. You know what I mean?
I do.
Like it's like an emotional addition rather than like negative singing.
Right. Yeah, I never watched Seven actually.
Yeah, don't.
Thank you.
I can't imagine you enjoying any of it.
Good.
I can't imagine Bill watching it, to be fair.
Who knows?
I started watching the new Now You See Me last night and I got about 20 minutes in and fell asleep, but it looks like it's going to be good.
I know. You know, I don't watch series that much because they all start out so slow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Connie has been watching a lot of stuff on Apple TV now. She just did Shrinking.
You would love
show.
You would love Murderbot.
Yeah, I think you've told me that before.
Yeah,
Or somebody
you
else
would
did.
love that. He's
Yeah.
so sarky. Brilliant.
Cool.
Android that has just gained self-awareness, but he's trying to not let anyone know he's gained self-awareness. Brilliant. That was Kid Ridley Wolf. Wolf. Am I ever going to get the name right?
Those poor people.
Oh,
Ridley Wolf.
Ridley Woof.
Woof. Woof. Yes.
Woof. Woof. Like subwoofer.
Oof.
Right then, that's enough of that silliness.
Enough of that then. Moving us.
And now for something completely different.
Different. Yes. A man with 3 buttocks.
That's just silly.
And that's enough. Yes. What's all this then?
I love that guy. Anyway, what was I like to say? Oh yeah, we've got to go. It's the end of the show. It's been a pleasure to entertain you all for the evening. I will be back on Sunday, but it will be a shorter show because I am getting a flight to Spain. But then it will be even more of a transatlantic show on Wednesday with me and Craig because it will be from America to Spain.
Yes.
And hopefully there won't be any technical glitches because my, as I said earlier, my MacBook screen has fucked up. I'm going to be using the Bogman setup, so that's going to be interesting.
Well, he did broadcast this the other day, so I think you're going to be all right.
The problem is that was in England.
Oh, he did
Spanish setup.
Oh, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Oops. Well, we'll find out, eh?
The one thing that you'll learn, if Applebeard is there, he's back in England.
Ah, gotcha. Well, we'll just push buttons and see what happens.
Even though actually saying that Applebeard wasn't there last week because Applebeard had gone to Spain, I think. It's so confusing.
It doesn't make any... What are they, tagging off or something?
Yeah, it's Spain's new 1 in 1 out policy regarding XRP DJs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Only one XRP. I'm sneaking in. I'm going through the channel. France, okay. Spain, sneaking in.
Fair enough. Oy. Anyway.
It's been good to entertain you all for the evening. If anyone wants to suggest a word to Craig over the next week that he has to base all his musical selections on,
That'd be funny.
I think it'll be even more funnier if they do it in secret.
Yeah.
I've got to guess who chose the word.
Yeah, you'd have to know. Yeah, we'll see if they suggest something.
No, it's all in the ether.
Yep.
We've got one last track to play for the evening. I think I've said all the words that I have to. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Make sure you tune in Saturday for Locked and Loaded and the show that's after Locked. Driving Under Insanity is hosting Under Insanity. There we go.
It. Dewey.
Dewey with Huey.
Dewey.
And I'm back with ALC to do submissions Sunday, which might be a little bit of a lazy one, to be honest, because we're going to be rushing around trying to go on holiday, followed by the Shade Garden and Archer's Blues Pit.
There you go.
Doop, 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 doop. I will say, see you later, everybody. And Craig will say that after telling us what the last track of the evening is.
Yes. I will say my goodbye first. Thank you very much for being here. As always, thank you for participating in the chat box and for keeping us in your thought and prayers worldwide. Thank you very much. This song, ladies and gentlemen, is Deja Vu by Brainwave.
Deja Vu?
Deja Vu. I feel like I just said that. Woof.
Yeah. Hey.
Oof. The pen works better when you push the little clicker on the end first before you use the pen. Yes. And once again, I have crossed off another hot picks list. We are done with this. It goes in the trash till next week.
What? And then you get it out of the trash?
But I got to make something new. I got to pick seven more wonderful people to tickle your ear holes with.
I love the fact I will really want to go back to doing my playlist on paper because I used to always do that. That's how I taught the Bogman to do his playlist. Yeah. And it always makes me laugh because I'll go sit in the studio in Birmingham. Yeah. And he'll go, oh, there was this brilliant track in 2 weeks ago. And he'll get his little book out and he'll flick back a couple of weeks and he'll go every time and he'll go, and I don't know which one it is because I've scribbled it out.
I scribble them out and I throw them away and I move on to the next thing. Well, now, since it's been 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever it is, I'll have a whole new bunch of songs I can pick. Now I'm behind. Mm-hmm.
Well, the other thing is, because now you should, do you have a DJ? Have I give you a DJ account yet?
Yes, yeah. I've had one for a long time.
So you can, on all of the tracks, if you like it, you can click the little heart next to it and it will go into your favorites list.
It has favorites, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I know you're absolutely chronically bad at remembering what you like.
Oh, yeah. When it comes to XRP, I remember things that I liked like from 10 years ago. But newest stuff, I
am very similar. Like, off the top of my head, if someone goes name some XRP artists, I'll be like Swamp Stomper, the Incarts, Gold Star, Buffalo Huddleston. All these from fucking ages ago.
Sound of the Sirens, Galileo's Fan.
Yep.
For me, it's song titles. I always talk to you about the one, Everything is Tomato, but I never forget. I remember the name of the band. Trichilatops or Trichilatops?
Trichilatops, yeah.
Because I always want to put that in the show, on our show, and I can never find it on the database because I can remember how to spell that name. Probably T-R-I-K.
If you just type in tomato, it's the first track.
Oh, sure. Now you tell me.
Yeah.
Well, now I know.
One thing you might find useful, so you can search for like bits of names. So like you can search for like Rihanna and you'll get Ariana.
Ah, okay.
So if you just remember a bit of something, the album name or
okay,
you can't spell it quite right. It's like sometimes I always have a problem with Michaels depending on which way they've spelt Michael. But if I go M-I-C, I can just scroll through all the Michaels and I'll find it. Like
I'm a Disney guy. When you go M-I-C, I go K-E-Y.
Right. For those watching us, see you later, everybody. It's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
So here we are again. Thanks for stopping by to listen to the barman and that old annoying guy. Do you ever wonder, do you want to see who are these men of mystery? Tizz lives in Scotland and runs XRP, a broadcasting legend, I'm sure you'll agree. Craig lives in a studio in the USA, working on music most every day. They come together at this time each week, a wondrous pairing of these two great geeks. So stop in the chat box and say a hello, and listen in wonder to Craig and Tizz show.